Jade Benning was a beloved chef in her Nashville community, known for a spirit that was as bright as her future. At 24 years old, she was just months away from becoming a mother to a baby girl she reportedly planned to name Ivy. But on the very day she should have been celebrating her 25th birthday, her life was tragically cut short. And authorities say this was no random act of violence. They call it a calculated betrayal by the one man she should have been able to trust most, her boyfriend and the father of her child, a former NFL scout named Blaze Taylor. This is a story of a sickening plot, a fatal poisoning, and the cross-country manhunt that would expose a terrible secret. On the night of February 25th, 2023, Blaze Taylor dialed 911, telling the dispatcher his girlfriend, Jade Benning, was having what seemed to be an allergic reaction. But when paramedics arrived, they found a medical emergency so severe that Jade was immediately rushed to the hospital in critical condition. What really happened in that apartment? It would take investigators more than a year to piece together a story far more sinister than a simple allergic reaction. Jade Benning was a talented chef who had graduated from a culinary arts program and was making a name for herself in Nashville. Her family and friends describe her as a cherished daughter, sister, and friend who was overjoyed about her pregnancy. That joy, however, allegedly wasn't shared by Blaze Taylor. Taylor was a man with a promising football career. After serving as a team's captain in college, he worked as a scout for the Tennessee Titans. But when he learned Jade was 5 months pregnant, prosecutors argued he wanted her to end the pregnancy. During a bond hearing, Jade's best friend recalled a chilling final phone call. She testified that she overheard a distressed Jade telling Taylor, "My drink tasted funny. You did this to do something to the baby." She says she tried to get Jade's attention, but then the line went silent. That was the last time they ever spoke. First responders arrived at Jade's apartment on February 25th, 2023, to a confusing scene. While Blaze Taylor claimed it was an allergic reaction, Jade's condition was dire. At the hospital, doctors fought to save both mother and child. Tragically, 2 days later, on February 27th, Jade's unborn daughter died. Just over a week later, on March 6th, Jade Benning herself passed away. It was her 25th birthday, and she was never able to tell police what happened. In the wake of the deaths, Blaze Taylor moved to Utah, where he took a job as an analyst for Utah State's football team. He was even about to start a new position at Texas A&M. But back in Nashville, detectives were working tirelessly. The investigation, led by Homicide Unit Detective Adam Reese, eventually came to a horrifying conclusion. Jade and her baby had been poisoned. In March of 2024, a Nashville grand jury indicted Blaze Taylor on 2 counts of first-degree murder. U.S. Marshals tracked him to Utah and arrested him, starting the process of bringing him back to Tennessee to face justice. Blaze Taylor was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Jade Benning and her unborn fetus. In Tennessee, the law allows for a first-degree murder charge for the death of a fetus at any stage of gestation. Prosecutors are seeking a life sentence. During court hearings, more disturbing details came to light. Investigators noted that at the crime scene, it appeared there had been some cleanup done. Taylor has pleaded not guilty to the charges. After his arrest, he was returned to Nashville. A judge eventually set his bond at $2.5 million under the strict conditions, including GPS monitoring, according to the court records. His case is currently moving through the legal system. A vibrant young woman and her unborn child had their future stolen in what prosecutors say was an unbelievable act of betrayal. Jade Benning was a source of light for her family and community, and her life was cut short on a day that should have been a celebration. While the legal process moves forward, the void left by her loss is immense. The case against Blaze Taylor is a heartbreaking reminder of the dark realities that can hide behind a public persona and the long road to justice. What are y'all's thoughts on this tragic case? Please share them respectfully in the comments below. And for more stories of crime and justice, make sure you subscribe. And thanks for watching.